Hey everyone, so you're in this group, so you probably saw the chat where I was asked to demonstrate this Celtic Knot SVG and how to do a couple manipulations to it. So let me open my design space. I'm Lori Cooch, by the way. I've already imported the file, so what I did is I put it here on my desktop, and then I clicked upload image. I can do that again. I dragged it in. You'll see when it's ready to do it, and then I said upload, and it uploaded it, and I named it, if you didn't know how to do that. So it's right here. So I'm going to add that to my canvas, and it brings it in the right size. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. And it's already, you'll see it's grouped. And if you know Design Space, just bear with me because I'm trying to demonstrate stuff for people who are not very familiar with Design Space at the same time. So when I click on it, I get a box around the whole item, and it's all here grayed out, which means I've selected everything. See how this one is white and these ones are the darker gray? They are grouped, and they are grouped under the Celtic Knot Lea France title. So the demonstration that I was shown was taking this partial circle and trying to manipulate it. Now what I wasn't sure of is, do they want it open, so all the black gone, or do they want it filled in with black? So I'm going to show you how to do both of those things. The first one is the absolute easiest, the opening it up. So first thing you need to do, because I'm doing two, I'm going to duplicate. So I will have two files that are exactly the same before I change anything. One I will use for the open area and one I will use for the closed. So I'm going to put that down here out of the way. So to open this up so that you would have room for like a photo here, you would click ungroup. So now you'll see these are all individual items. If I can click, see I can click on one, and it grays just one out instead of all of them. So it's individual elements of this file. You want to be very careful not to change any sizing here, or they will no longer match up with the actual template because everything is sized accordingly. So to open it up, you're just going to click on, did I unlock the wrong one? Let's see. Ungroup. Oh, I hit undo. Sorry. So you're going to click on that. So you say you wanted that removed. And then just delete it. So then click on the next one and hit X. And the next one, which is going to be this one down here, and click X, and here, and click X. And then you can click off of it. So now that's going to be all open. So that's if you wanted it to cut it that way. And like I said, I wasn't sure which direction we were going with this, so I'm demonstrating both. So again, I just ungrouped and then clicked on each element to remove it. Then you would drag it back across and hit group. Then it would all be back together as one thing once you were done with that. So that's the easiest one. So I'm going to delete that one. Now, if you wanted it, see, thank goodness for undo. Because when I ungrouped the first time, I ungrouped the wrong thing. So that's an easy fix. I'm just going to hit select all. It's going to select every one of those elements down there. And I'm pointing at my screen. You have no idea what I'm pointing at. And I'm going to hit group. So then I can just drag it up as one piece again. So if you wanted this filled in with the black, this is how I would do that. I would come over here to my shapes, and I would pick a circle. And I would then put the circle and size it to fit in the circle here. And it's all visual because you cannot see the one behind it. So now I know this is the right size. This is the right size circle I need to fill this. But we don't want this. We still want this open. We would just want these areas here closed in, if I am understanding correctly. If I'm not, feel free to reach out to me and tell me I misunderstood, and I will fix that. Okay, so I think that's sized right. So I'm going to then move it over out of the way without changing its size. Then I'm going to add another shape. I'm going to pick a square. And I'm going to bring it over. Now you'll see you get these crosshairs which tell you the absolute middle of my circle. Now I know this is the middle over here, so I need to be a little bit down from the middle so that I can come in right on these lines and cover this up. So this is where the tricky is, because once I click on this square, these crosshairs are going to go away. That's just how it is. So I just kind of visualize with my eye where I want it, and then just move my square to the top of it. Then I can click back over here. Now see, that was dead on. I got it right on. I need to be a little bit down a smidgen more and in this way a little bit more. So I can take my circle then and move it. So I think that the right in here is going to look pretty dang close. And this is where you're going to have to play, but we're going to call that good. So then if you click and drag over those two things, and you can only do this of two elements. So if you had something with a shadow layer or multiple things, this will not work. You can only do it with two. Come down here to slice. Click on the slice button. So when I'm done here, it's going to cut out of my square. I'm going to have the piece that cut out of my square. Then I'm going to have the piece that cut out of my circle. And I'm going to be left with the circle. So then I can come back over here. I can line it up the way I want it. And you guys, that's perfect. Look at that. Pretty dang close for me. Good enough for me. So now I have that exactly where I want it to be. I can then select all and weld. Now, word to the wise. Once you click weld, there is no undo. It's done. So that means you can no longer come in and edit any of these other squares. The workaround with that is just re-import a new the file you imported. Just open a new browser and do it again. Don't save this as your Celtic Knot. Like, name it Celtic Knot 1 or Celtic Knot 2. But if you did do that, then you could just re-upload it and have another original, unaltered file. But just know, once you hit weld, it is welded. And that is that. And now that I'm looking at this, it appears we have an issue here with this one coming in to where oh no, maybe not. Okay, we're good. Well, you're gonna have the problem there because your lines aren't gonna line up. But I think that's what you want if you have this open or blacked. So again, you would just hit select all. We're going to hit the weld. Oh, I don't have it lined up. Hold on. Wait a minute. I didn't have it lined up right. I'm not sure. Okay. So now select all. hit the weld. And now you'll see it's all one piece, and you'll have that blacked out. I'm not certain that that's actually what you wanted to have happen, but you get the idea of how to do it now. And because if it was me, I would want that to be a full circle right here to take this out as well. But you could have then just sized the circle. Well, we'll do it. Size the circle. We'll do it on this side to fit in there to where it's there. So if you wanted this gone, you would then hit select all again, hit weld, and now you would have that whole circle there. I hope that answered your question. If it didn't, just comment here on the video, shoot me a PM. Yeah, those are probably the easiest ways to get a hold of me, and I will be happy to answer any questions that you have. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful evening, guys.